Good evening, everyone. Hello to everyone that's joining us on this webinar. Today, we're going to focus on the power of TikTok Shop and Avasam to kickstart your social commerce business. And my name's Matt, and I'm the commercial director at Avasam. I've been in retail for about 30 years now, so I know a little bit about product and sourcing from suppliers. And my partner in crime today is Sia from TikTok Shop. Do you want to introduce yourself, Sia?
Sure. Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining. I'm Sia, and today I'm going to be telling you all about, what are some of the benefits of joining TikTok Shop, how TikTok Shop kind of plays in the social commerce space, and how to get started if you're interested, if you're not already on board. So I work at TikTok in the London office, and I've been here for a little over a year now. So hopefully we can get any doubts you have out of the way today.
Fantastic. Right. Okay. Well, there's a quick agenda here, but I mean, it's going to be very simple. Social selling on TikTok Shop. Sia is going to talk through that. Top trending products on Avasam. I'm going to do that piece. And benefits of Avasam and TikTok Shop is back over with Sia. And then we've got hopefully some time for questions and answers at the end. So just in case for anyone listening in, you don't know who Avasam is, or worst case scenario, you don't know what dropshipping is. Dropshipping's a simple concept, and done the right way is a real powerful one, but with issues. So normally, the sort of like the Alibaba dropshipping method can have long delivery times. There's a lack of accountability in the supply chain. There's all kinds of issues with returns and lost postage, and now even Temu is finding out that there could be product quality issues as well. And we like to think at Avasam we've resolved those issues. We've been established since 2019, and basically the platform's there to virtually connect brand owners, distributors, wholesalers with online retailers, marketplaces in an automated way. So automated means that we try and digitally onboard products from suppliers and list the products ready for sellers to integrate into whichever platforms they want to sell on. And from a subscription point of view, you can sign up to Avasam from a package as low as $19.99 all the way up to $149.99. And sometimes we have deals on the more longer term subscriptions, the annual subscriptions. And really, it's down to the individual sellers in terms of what package they take, depending on what they want to take out of the business. But I think our USBs are that last point, which is the platform itself is easy to use. We create ranges based on seasons and trends. We negotiate with suppliers, so there's always promotions every month on the platform. And depending on which subscription you take on board, there's also the one-to-one account management, which I think is critical as well. That just smooths the way through any barriers. And in terms of integration partners, obviously today is all about TikTok, but we have other integration partners that we work with, and the stats talk for themselves. So we've got 200,000 products on the catalogue from 130 plus suppliers, and thousands of sellers are using the platform every single week. So from what you're going to see today is the next part is going to be Sia's going to talk about TikTok and a deep dive into the new force gaining momentum at the moment is social commerce, and how you can boost sales and connect with your audience and your customers in a new way. I'll be going through how you can learn how to integrate Avasam to TikTok Shop in the best way, and also talk about some of the products and suppliers that we got available for you for TikTok. Then Sia's going to run through the incentives and how you can use those to accelerate your sales. And then there'll be some time at the very end for questions and answers. And We believe that there'll be a recording of the webinar anyway, so you can watch it at a later date, and also the presentation is going to be available with the links. So, Sia, it's over to you, and a bit like the old COVID presentations. When you're ready for the next slide, just let me know, and then I'll move us on.
Sounds good. Cool. Thanks so much, Matt. And thank you, Avasam team, Mustafa and Lucas, for having me today. I know people are still sort of filtering in, so I'll just quickly introduce myself again. My name is Sia Kapaka. I work on the TikTok shop team here in London, basically helping sellers like you join the platform and grow. So let me dive right in. If you could just go to the next slide, Matt. And if you're not on TikTok Shop as a business yet, hopefully what I'm about to share will change your mind or have you at least considering joining. So first, let's take a step back from TikTok Shop and look at social commerce. What is social commerce? So basically, it's a subset of e-commerce where shoppers are making their purchases within social media platforms. On TikTok, that's through live streams, short videos, and more. And I'll talk about that a little later. But it's a phenomenon that's set to grow even quicker than total e-commerce in the UK. So this makes for a huge opportunity for sellers like you. 85% of consumers have purchased after seeing a product advertised or reviewed on social. And 4 out of 5 people are likely to buy on social media if they've watched a live stream or participated in a conversation on social. And live streams specifically actually account for up to 20% of all e-commerce sales globally. So all that said, we truly are in the era of hashtag TikTok made me buy it. I'm sure many of you are familiar with this trend or phrase. It's become synonymous, especially since 2020, with the must-have products that consumers are buying and selling out. And the hashtag was actually at 71 billion views as of last September. And just to put that into some perspective, the world population is at about 8 billion. So Matt, if you could just go to the next slide. If you're not on TikTok, you're missing out on a huge chunk of potential consumers. And this isn't just Gen Z. This is a common misconception that the platform leans younger, but especially the e-commerce side. Our largest demographic is actually people between 30 and 40 years old, and they also are the ones with the buying power. And in general, a higher percentage of people bought a product after seeing a TikTok video than all of the channels you're going to see on the next slide. If you could move on, cool. Why is this? It's because TikTok serves as a recommendation system in your pocket. That's how I like to look at it. So in today's world, we all know there's sometimes too much choice of products and brands. And we've always kind of relied on who we trust to help filter out our choices. So 59% of buyers will purchase based on what a friend or a family member has recommended, but this is closely followed by 39% of consumers purchasing based on TikTok videos. So it's like those trustworthy recommendations, but a much larger scale. Next slide, please. Cool. So TikTok is all about where education meets entertainment. We actually call it edutainment internally. It doesn't really fit in with the traditional model of e-commerce, which is what allows us to be a strong driver of purchase intent. And that's where we're different from other social commerce platforms. So how it kind of works on TikTok Shop is our recommendation system surfaces relevant, entertaining content to users on their For You page, the infamous For You page. And this is often featuring products. So customers are being shown how to use the products or how they look organically. And they're discovering what they want to buy as they're using the platform rather than sort of going on to an e-commerce platform already with an intention of what they want to buy. And as they're discovering what they want to buy, things can quickly go viral and lead to sales. So it's a great channel, especially for smaller brands to gain exposure and attention en masse. So I'm going to let you in on a little secret today. We have what we call the 4 C's behind the success of businesses on TikTok Shop. The 4 C's are content, creators, community, and culture. So content on TikTok. It is not staged or static imagery. It's unedited, it's genuine and engaging. So especially if you're already selling on a platform like Instagram, you want to make note that you can't just carry over your, creative strategy from a platform like that onto TikTok. It usually doesn't translate as well because TikTok is all about being realistic. The content on there is entertaining, it's uplifting. We want to inspire joy and it's real. Users want to watch what's on TikTok. So this leads to action, especially when you include what we call call to action or a hook to the video. If you've gone on TikTok before, you know, a lot of it starts with, you know, some catchy little phrase in a caption to pull the user in and kind of let them know what they're about to get. Creators on TikTok, for them, it's all about relatability, honesty, and inclusion. And if you haven't caught on already, that's the running theme here. Authenticity really helps brands and merchants to close that long-lasting trust gap with customers. And the great thing about TikTok is that it facilitates everyday people. So it's not just celebrities and influencers with tons and thousands of followers. There is much greater representation across our creator profiles and the brands they promote. So even if you find, you know, a micro influencer or a creator that has less followers than maybe a huge influencer, that they have a specific niche and they are passionate about the products that they're using, and they have a very loyal fan base. So you can probably, no matter what sort of business you run, you can find a creator or a handful of creators that are going to have a lot of power in terms of driving purchase intent from their followers for your product. And then the last C, or the last two C's, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself, our community. So purchasing used to primarily be a solo activity, and it's now a community activity on social commerce and on TikTok specifically. So buyers can access a whole social space of like-minded, similar people. And there's an ongoing conversation that's allowing shoppers to ask questions in real time, share testimonials, engage with others, and really spread the word about products and really be advocates for your products almost for free. And then the last C is culture. So as you almost know at this point, it's probably why you're joining this webinar, TikTok is where culture is happening. We're hyper relevant, we're trendy. The For You page, again, is showing what's relevant to exactly your potential customers. So things move fast, including the purchase journey. And once the users discovered a product they like on TikTok, it's proven they're much more likely to go immediately buy it. Next slide. I know that was a lot. So we're talking about TikTok Shop. What exactly is it? So TikTok Shop is the e-commerce solution that's integrated within TikTok. Basically, it enables merchants and creators to showcase and sell products for the TikTok community to discover and then purchase directly through a complete in-app experience. So how do I describe this? You might be familiar with other platforms where maybe, you know, a shop or a brand has a link on their bio that is leading to sort of an external landing page or a brand site. TikTok Shop, like I said, is a closed loop transaction within the app. So once a user sees a live stream or a video that has a product being shown, you'll see in this example, there's like a orange shopping cart icon at the bottom. Customers will be able to click on that. It'll take them straight to an order page, and it's easy for them to just put their order details in one time, and it'll be saved, and then they can literally just check out in one easy click. And then that makes it a way less intrusive sort of experience for them. They don't have to leave the app or the videos that they're watching, and they're already leaned into the experience. They can just click and go. And because they're continuing to sort of see products, they just, you know, continue to immediately buy. So that's sort of how the e-commerce solution called TikTok Shop works. So kind of diving a little further into how to sell from the business side on TikTok Shop, if you can just go to the next slide. There are 4 formats to sell on your account, but quickly I'll just walk you through kind of what the user experience that I just, the like flow that I just walked you through looks like. So say that you're a consumer. Again, you're discovering and browsing products on a live or an in-feed video. We also call it a shoppable video. They click into the product. They can explore the product description that you've included there as the seller, any information. They can look at reviews, coupons that are available, and I'll talk about a little bit about incentives later on, but coupons are a part of that if you're a new seller on TikTok. They can check out in just a few taps. They'll receive their order confirmation, and then they can keep up on the progress of their order. All right, next slide, please. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and skip this. I don't want to be a dead horse. I think you guys get the idea, but there are basically 4 formats to sell on your own account when you're a seller. And by own account, I mean, the brand that has a TikTok shop account is the one selling it. There's another way to sell, which is through affiliates or creators. And if you're interested in that, obviously you can reach out to explore that a little more. But you can sell through live shopping, shoppable videos, product showcases, and our new way that's recently launched, the Shop tab. So live shopping allows brands and creators to seamlessly integrate products into a live streaming session. So it's offering a really interactive and engaging shopping experience. Live shopping basically blends the experience of being in a physical store with the convenience of online shopping. So customers can get an up-close look at the product, get personal interaction from the experts in real time, and then share their enthusiasm with like-minded people by sharing the live from the comfort of their own homes. So it's kind of like QVC, if you remember those days, and it basically enables merchants to put a face to their brand and add sort of that emotional element to the buying experience. Shoppable videos, that the main sort of draw of shoppable videos is they have product links, which offer solutions for the merchants to add your products in the videos in a very organic and creative way. Like I said before, shoppers click on the link and they'll be directed to the product detail pages, which highlight the product details and then allow the viewers to check out directly. And these videos will show up organically in their For You page. So it kind of looks like any other video that they'd get on TikTok while they're browsing, and it's not disturbing or intrusive at all. The product showcase, this adds a shopping tab to your TikTok shop profile so the viewers can directly shop from your curated collection of products. And then finally, the Shop tab is a centralized tool within TikTok that highlights product assortment, shoppable content, and promotion campaigns all within one location. It provides increased visibility to all UK TikTok users so they can have constant shopping access via their FYP. There's a seamless search functionality, which allows your customers to find you effortlessly to shop your products. This really increases the product discoverability that I mentioned earlier and the potential of having your products discovered through that centralized display of all the products within Shop. And then it's just a new opportunity to drive sales and repeat purchases through highlighted products and promotions. Alrighty. Next slide, please. So that was just a quick sort of overview of social commerce and TikTok Shop in the social commerce space, how you're exactly selling on TikTok Shop, because it's a bit different from other social platforms you might be more familiar with, and some of the benefits that you can get by joining TikTok Shop. So if you do feel compelled to join us, there are 4 easy steps to onboard onto TikTok Shop. So what you're going to do is first head to what we call our seller center. This is your centralized hub as a seller on TikTok Shop to carry out all of your backend operations, uploading products, managing your orders, customer service, etc. And to access that page, you can actually just scan this QR code that I've included here through your mobile phone, and you can always complete your registration on your phone, or you can click a link that allows you to continue on your desktop. So once you get to that registration page, you're going to create a TikTok account. You can include your phone number or your email. Just note that they need to be unused before. So what I mean by that is if you've already created a regular TikTok account that uses a phone number or an email that you're trying to use to create this account, it'll probably give you an error message. What you can do in that situation is there's also an option to just log in using your existing TikTok account and continue the registration process for TikTok Shop from there. The third step is a really easy verification process. You're going to upload some documents. They give you clear instructions. You'll need a passport, a form of ID. You'll be taking a selfie and providing any business information. And you can sign up as, an individual or a sole trader or a company, as long as you have the different sort of documentation that's required for either circumstance. And there's no huge difference in the benefits. It's just sort of giving you an option. And please do note, though, if you want to sign up for TikTok Shop in the UK, which is where this QR code is directing you to, you will need to be a seller within the UK. Not all markets are open yet, but we are continuing to open in markets throughout the year, and we have plans to open across a few different countries in Europe in 2024, so keep an eye out. The last thing you're going to do is verify your account details, and then once you get approved, it's a very quick process. You might be approved in a few hours, as long as all your documentation looks okay. You can log in and you'll have access to your seller center. That's when you can get started with uploading your products and going ahead and starting to make sales. Cool. I'm going to hand it back over to Matt, but please, if you have any questions, drop them into the chat.
There's a couple of questions here, especially from Jesse. I don't know if it's worth just trying to answer those now. Any hints regarding when, if we'll be able to add products to carousels and photos?
That's a good question. So we don't have that kind of in the pipeline right now, but if it is basically what we do, especially in my job, I'm speaking to sellers a lot. If we are getting that request a lot from sellers, and it does seem to be, something that sellers are looking for convenience purposes, or they think that's something they're interested in, we then provide that feedback to the product team. So I'm going to actually drop an email into the chat box, and it's an email where they can send any questions or any suggestions or feedback you guys have as sellers, and then we kind of collect that and pass that on to the appropriate teams internally. So if this is something you're interested in, we can definitely have that conversation internally with our product development team.
Great. Okay. Jesse, you've got another question. I'm going to answer that shortly as well. And then we'll come on to the other questions maybe later. So in terms of sourcing from Avasam, so once you have a TikTok shop all sorted, then to sign up and sell from Avasam, you can go to the website, you can just sign up. And then I've put Watch, and Watch is all about our Avasam Academy videos. So there's 35 videos available. I've put a link onto this page and this slide. You can watch the videos either through the Avasam Social YouTube channel or actually on the platform itself. And the videos basically are a tutorial to help you through the process from the moment you come onto Avasam all the way to the very end. But included in that is the TikTok integration video that Lucas has put together. And once you've gone through that process and you've integrated, the next thing is to go onto the platform and actually select products. And that's by using filters. And we've got a main banner on the platform, which will just sync you straight into all the products that are available to sell on TikTok Shop. And then it's over to you guys, because at the end of the day, you can choose to optimize any of the titles or copy that have come from the suppliers. And then you can go and plan when you're going to promote those products at what time, because depending if you're going to do live streams or actually have all your products available, you still got to index it in a certain way that makes sense. Optimizing your time and indexing the product, so the products that are trending at the moment are at the top of the list. And promotions, I'm sure we can cover promotions off later in terms of vouchers that are available and the way that you can actually promote on TikTok Shop as well. In terms of the suppliers available, and Jesse's asked a very valid question: why aren't all suppliers and products available to sell on TikTok Shop? Well, some of those suppliers have already got a vested interest in TikTok, so they've created their own shops and they want to control it. It's no different for our suppliers that want to control sales on Amazon, for instance. Some people have just invested heavier than others, and they've made the suppliers that we've got on this page at the moment are the ones it's a selection of ones that are allowing sellers to sell their products through TikTok Shop. The other thing that is a slight barrier at the moment, and we're trying to move through that issue, is having the fully tracked courier service, the postage service. Not all suppliers have got that, but we're trying to move everyone onto that. So that's going to reduce the amount of barriers in our way in terms of which suppliers can actually offer their products to sell on TikTok. In terms of last year, the products that were sold by Avasam across the board, across all channels, looks like this. So no doubt home and garden products, they're the most amount of products that we've got in the catalogue anyway. So it's a bit self-fulfilling. And the reason why I wanted to put this up is because actually some of those smaller categories, I feel, are going to be the stronger categories on TikTok Shop. So they are going to be the more, I mean, what I can see at the moment is that there's quite a lot of sellers selling candy and confectionery and foods. And they seem to be very strong, especially just before Christmas. So we're investing a lot of time and effort to try and bring more of those suppliers on board and more of those products on board. But I think anything that's slightly demonstrable, you'll find yourself being able to sell them much better on TikTok Shop rather than any of the traditional channels of like eBay or OnBuy or even Shopify. And then this next graph just shows the orders by category by month. So I don't think there's going to be many surprises here. Home is the blue color at the bottom and is dominant all year round, because home is everything from home decor to mats to just essentials around the home, including electricals. The big green blip is garden, so no surprise there. And we're working very hard to get more garden suppliers on the platform. And that includes live plants and accessories, things like compost planters, house plants, artificial plants, which we'll talk about in a second. And then the pink and the more lilac-y colours are baby and children and health and beauty. But I say, this is based on what happened last year without the benefit of TikTok. Now, TikTok Shop's there, and we're hoping to see more sales go through other categories, such as fashion, for instance, is a big category we believe is going to be very successful. I've just got a few slides here that I'm just going to run through quite quickly of some of the products that I think could work on TikTok Shop. A, because of the price point, and B, because they've got nice stories about them. So the first one is from Supplier 196. They've got a whole range of drinks, everything from the one that's on the screen at the moment, which is the tea, and then which is the cans of 12 in a pack, through to the pouches that they've got. I'd like to say that I've got some unopened ones, but as soon as I showed my daughter these, she opened them up straight away, and the vegan hot chocolate seems to have disappeared completely. But there's a whole range of products within there, and they're currently 15% discount at the moment. So well worth having a look at those. Similar vein, Supplier 185 is a range of spices, and they come in either pouch format, similar to this, or the actual tubs that's on the screen at the moment. And again, they've got a discount for 10% off until the end of February. And I think the potential here with these products is you can create your own unique content. You can create recipes. You can there's lots of shows and sellers on TikTok that are showing like barbecues, for instance, and create your own recipes and show off. And that's what drives the sales at the end of the day. Supplier 188 has also got a good selection of products in terms of thousands of SKUs, and suitable for Valentine's and Mother's Day, which are coming up very soon. They're artificial and faux plants. And again, they've got a discount of 25% off the cost price for the next number of weeks. So there's potential for good margins on those particular products. And again, a nice story. You can create nice stories around these products because they've got everything from single stems all the way through to 2-meter high trees. Supplier 124, normally known for their socks, but also sells scarves, gloves, and Valentine's gifts. And again, you can see from this example that there's potential to make good margins on these products. Supplier 26 has got a whole range of products. but their range of domestic king are a great price at the moment. And they've got not only candy floss makers, but air fryers, popcorn makers, panini makers, and various amounts of products on promotion. And again, from a content point of view, it'd be quite easy to source one of these products and create your own unique content for your shop. Supplier 76 have got a range of garden and seasonal lines, but I've shown you that actually from a trending point of view, we've got a number of dartboards on the platform at the moment. They've got 5% discount off all lines until the end of February. Supplier 114 has got a range of value jewelry with added value as well, with a complimentary gift box. They've got selected products 10% off at the moment. And again, everything I'm showing you today is, from my understanding, has a potential for margin, but also at the right kind of price point for the kind of demographics that are sourcing their products through TikTok Shop. And I think the last one is Supplier 49. They've got 5% off until the end of February. And they've got some of the strongest selling products in Avasam on sale, including the dehumidifiers. And again, there are ways to demonstrate these products to make them come to life. And I completely agree with Sia in terms of, you know, this is the modern version of QVC. I've spent 15 years in TV shopping, and if you can get your story right and your price right and sell it at the right time, that's when you're going to make the money on these products. So you don't need thousands of products in your TikTok shop. You need the right products at the right time. You almost have to answer a certain amount of questions. Why now? Why buy this product? Why buy now? And why buy at this price? If you can answer those questions, then your customers will come and work with you and buy from you. And then it's just it can be a word of mouth. And that's when things go then obviously viral. So it's back over to Sia now, just to quickly go through the benefits of TikTok Shop and Avasam. You're on mute, I think, Sia.
Thank you. Sorry about that. Cool, thanks, Matt. Yeah, just wanted to share a few more things you guys can get out of working with TikTok Shop and Avasam. So the first, which I think is huge, is account management support. Depending on your tier that you've signed up with Avasam, if you're a business or a Guru subscriber, you get great one-to-one help helping you onboard and integrate Avasam, optimize your listing to drive impressions as views to your products. And you'll also get access to the seller community forum that we have at TikTok Shop, where you'll get help and exclusive tips from people like me who work internally. And, you know, we're in the forum every day talking to you guys. Two, which is, I cannot highlight this enough when I'm talking to people who are considering joining TikTok Shop. You have the chance, if you join today, of getting a reduced commission of just 1.8%. So the way TikTok Shop works is on every sale that you complete and fulfill, TikTok Shop gets a commission fee of 5% usually. But for the first 3 months, if you basically upload one product within 60 days of onboarding, so that's key, you don't want to miss out. If you're 61 days after you finish onboarding, you unfortunately will not get this huge benefit. 5% is already a low, really competitive commission fee for platforms like TikTok Shop, for social commerce platforms. On top of that, getting it down to 1.8% as you're sort of getting started, landing on your feet, that's going to be a huge advantage for you guys. So definitely something to make sure you do as soon as you sign up. You'll get product and shipping vouchers automatically applied to your account if you're a new seller. So what a product and a shipping voucher is, so basically what you will see is within your account, you'll get these coupons, and customers will be able to buy your products at a discount. So for example, you could have product vouchers that are £2 off of a 10-pound purchase, or £2 of shipping, or £1 shipping off of a £5 shipping. And that is not going to be taken from your bottom line. So you will still get the full cost of your product that is going to be taken on by TikTok, the cost of providing that discount to your customers. So it's just another incentive for your customers to shop from you. And especially when you're starting up and you're building up that sort of loyal customer base, really key. And then you're going to get access to other marketing opportunities, including banners, social media posts, influencers, much more along that vein, which, of course, a lot of the benefit of working with TikTok Shop is that so much of it is organic, but it absolutely is a key advantage to be able to sort of get the word out there through different marketing opportunities like social media posts and banners and that sort of thing. And then you will be able to access wider support, such as the TikTok Shop Seller Academy. So what basically we give you guys when you join TikTok Shop is, we call it the TikTok Shop Academy. It's basically like a hub for all of our articles, our tutorials, our videos that walk you through different things about setting up your shop, give you tips and tricks on, how to go live, what are the best times or the best content to post, and also kind of the more logistical stuff, like rate cards, that kind of stuff will always be accessible on the Academy, and it's easy to find. Once you log on to Seller Center, there's always going to be an entrance to the Academy on the homepage, and that's going to really ensure you're able to grow on TikTok Shop. One of my biggest pieces of advice is read the Academy, especially right when you sign up. It's kind of like building IKEA furniture without looking at the manual. You want to set yourself up for success from the beginning, and watching those tutorials, and I've heard this from sellers as well, that really, really builds kind of the foundation of your knowledge of the platform and how to, like I said, set yourself up for success from the start.
Brilliant. Thank you, Sia. There's one question from Ryan right at the very beginning, which is, what is the best way to drive traffic to TikTok store to gain sales on a new dropshipping store?
Yeah, that's a really great question. So we recommend that you just post a lot of content and go live as much as possible, especially in the beginning, because what the algorithm is doing is kind of tracking what times, and you can see all of this within Seller Center on the data dashboard and the analytics that you have, but you kind of need to go live and post videos as much as possible so that algorithm gets enough data to then pull out insights on your specific customers and your specific products, because one size does not fit all. I can't say, everyone needs to go live 3 times a week to have the most success, but I could say, for this certain seller, just looking on the information that they have in their dashboard, it seems that their customers are mostly online between 11 and 12 p.m. And Monday is the day where they see the most traffic, and these specific products are the top performers. Then you can use that data and you can really build a strategy. And to do that, you'll just need to have enough data. So that's why we say go live and post as much as possible.
Okay, great. Some of the other questions that have come through, where do I find the top trending products on Avasam? Well, unfortunately, that means listening to me again, because every week I run a vlog, which is emailed out to all sellers, but it's also available on Avasam social YouTube channel. That shows the top 10 bestsellers from last week, and also what I'm suggesting that sellers list or at least look at. And that could be new suppliers. It could be just new discounts that are happening all the time. We also have a banner on our homepage, which is the top 100 selling products from the last couple of months. So again, that gives you a bigger picture of what products people are looking at. But bear in mind, again, what's good for selling on eBay might not be what's good selling on TikTok. I think you've got to just work on who your demographic is, set almost a ceiling of RRPs to start off with, and try and go for value on selling products. There's another question here. How can I get a sample of the product before deciding to sell it on TikTok? And that's a great one, because that's all comes back down to extra content on TikTok Shop, and that's what it's all about. So you can just place a manual order on Avasam. You can add a product to a cart and then just send it to your own address. And then that way you can get used to the product. You can either do an unbox, which I guess here's another one of those great videos that everyone loves watching, is the unboxing of a product and looking at it in detail, through to doing a proper live stream with some products in front of you, just like I've got today, in terms of getting the suppliers to send a unit.
Yeah.
In terms of price changes, what we would recommend is that you use the price engine rule within Avasam, and what that allows you to do is work on the basis that if a supplier ever changes a cost price, it automatically changes your price or you on your system. So it means that you're always in control, and you'll never run into that situation where a supplier's changed their price and you're losing money, because we obviously don't want that. And on the screen at the moment is some other useful links we've referenced during this session, but this presentation will be made available to anyone that registered for this webinar, and we'll send it out there, and it's got all the links to all the relevant pages as we've spoken about today.
Well, I want to drop one more link in the chat. It's to our TikTok account, specifically for sellers like you. So we post on there every day. We have a lot of our team going live, or other sellers who've done successfully going live and kind of talking about their story, how they achieved their success on TikTok Shop, tutorials, tips again on, maybe the best things to do when you're going live, for example, product unboxings, or kind of showing, in your warehouse, or how certain products feature works. So tips like that, just a lot of good educational content that's being posted every day, and it's really easily digestible. Also offers another chance to sort of speak to other sellers and us firsthand as a community. So highly recommend, if you don't already follow Sell at TikTok Shop _UK, go ahead and give us a follow, so you can keep an eye out for content on there.
I think we've got to the end of the webinar so quickly. It went so quick today. Thank you, Sia, for all the information shared today.
Of course. Thank you
I think we've got a bit of work to do afterwards, over the next day or so, answering quite a lot of detailed questions between us. And we'll get those all answered, and we'll get those updated on a response out to anyone that's attended the webinar. Obviously, you mentioned it before, there's an awful lot of work that's gone in the background of putting this webinar together. So thank you very much for the team sorting out all the marketing. I think you became the face of our marketing over the last couple of weeks. So great. Thank you very much again for that. And thank you very much for everyone that's attended tonight. And hopefully you found it useful with some of this information that we're sharing with you. We'll try and make this a regular thing. I think next month we're trying to do another one about TikTok, but this time how to set up your own studio and sell product through live stream. So I think that's going to be really interesting. But yeah, any other final things here from your point of view, or?
No, just want to say thanks to everyone again for joining, and thank you, Matt, and the team for having me. Again, we will definitely get your answers to your questions here too. So don't worry. I see a few coming in a few times. I know you guys are, dying for answers, but we'll definitely get that over to you along with the presentation, so you guys can reference this. And again, any other questions in the meantime for TikTok specifically, please do email us at ukseller@tiktok.com, and we can get that answer for you. But otherwise, have a great evening, everyone.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks for joining us. See you soon.
Bye.